Hotfix 27.0.11. This is going to bring the great reactor buffing. We will start this by, there isn't a need to panic about this. Lots of people already have when they mentioned they were doing this, because it states that if you have a reactor, Mark 1, Mark 2 or Mark 3, it will be rerolled upon this update. But it will be rerolled to be better. It will be rerolled upwards. So it's not going to make things worse, it's going to make them better. Better. The capacity is going from 80 to 90, 90 to 100 for the Vidor. Well, you can see them. There's one thing that's missing from this though, that as somebody who is using it, I have to find out if this is in fact still true. They haven't mentioned the clan tech, the Sigma reactor. I was going to say something else, but no, it's called the Sigma Reactor Mark 3. And if this hasn't been included in this, well, I don't quite see the point in updating it at all, because that had, still does, 50 avionics capacity with 100 flux capacity. So the Sigma reactor, the one from this terminal that your clan spends all the time researching, is still exactly the same. It is only the Lavin, Vidor and Zetki, however you want to pronounce that one, that have been buffed within this. Not really fair. I'm only saying that because I'm still using a Sigma reactor, and yeah, I would like this one if at all possible, but hey, chances of dropping that are, to be fair, I would take that one, but I will take any that has a higher capacity than 50. I have dropped, I think it was that one, and it had a lower capacity than what I have. Avionics capacity, not, what is it? That one has flux capacity, which is 100. Great for using abilities, horrible for using avionics though. Just because somebody will probably ask, avionics being all of these mods. As you can see on this frame, this Warframe, this ephemera here, I'm assuming that is the correct one that I am thinking of, but that is the new ephemera that is only obtainable from inside the veil, inside of the rare containers. They have temporarily removed that ephemera as a drop from the reinforced sentient containers on board the sentient thing inside the sentient ship inside of the veil. It's gone. You cannot get that ephemera anymore. The drop method is causing numerous issues. They're going to change how to get it, and it will return soon. It literally just says will be coming back soon as possibly a better acquisition method. That is because it is insanely rare for people to actually drop that ephemera. I'm not sure if the one that I showed is actually the same one, mainly because I'm pretty sure there's two that I'm thinking of, and that could have been one of the Lich ones. I think that's the correct one, but it's gone. You can no longer obtain it. It actually, reading this, looks like it's going to be from some kind of vendor that they will be introducing. They have also yet again changed a lot of the way that this stuff works for Railjack. What is that? Oh, so you can actually tell the difference between one you can activate and one that you can't from a quick look, instead of having to run around and check the little scale thing that doesn't actually appear unless you get close to it. You can tell from the lights. The easiest way to do this is just to board the damn thing. Okay, hang on. Did I actually just, and yes, it is still called the Floof Ball. People keep pointing out that is a silly name. That was a giveaway winner. I've chose the name, it will stay there. Did I actually come to the clan dojo to visit my Railjack? There is another way of doing this, and people keep pointing this out to me, even though I've mentioned it several times. I even mentioned it when Empyrean was launched. It's right there. You can enter it through this, which is now actually a way to board the Railjack, or through the pause menu. Board Railjack. That's it. There you go. You're now on board the Railjack. Really easy, and you can actually launch missions and such from here, but oh, Frost, you run so slowly. Also, this is the first time I've been on board the ship since colouring the inside, and yeah, not really a great fan of the purple lighting in the back. It's okay, but not that amazing. You can see these are lit up at the top. If the forge has been used, which I can't because obviously this is a technically docked Railjack, but as the image showed before, if one of these is at 0% because it's just been used, those lights will go off. So that is an easy way to check, because obviously you can see them from up here. So you can literally just come to this spot and you can see all four, and if they're all off, all of them have been used and come back later. That is actually a great feature, especially as somebody who's kind of went with the engineer side of it and got really, really annoyed because somebody else is using them, and I don't know what they're building, but they keep using them up, and having to check them all is very time consuming. That is going to speed things up a lot. And we have been through this. I actually made a video explaining what I meant about this and haven't kind of finished it. The wreckage limit has been changed to match kind of the Riven system at the minute. That basically means when your wreckage capacity here has maxed to 30, not 9 or 90 as I mentioned, I think it was in the last update. I wasn't confirming that it's supposed to be 9 or 90. I said that I've heard people talk about it ranges from 9 to 90, somewhere in between that. It's supposed to be 30, it is now confirmed it is 30, but if you have 30, or play a game that gives you 30, you will now, like the Rivens, be able to choose to scrap one that you don't want in favour of one that you do want, which means you will no longer lose things that you want if you have the wreckage full. Of course, if you are carrying 30 wreckage, then why? Is the better question, because you want the things built that you will use, and I can't see the purpose of having 30 reactors, or even 30 engines, or 30 shields. Even this, okay, the front, maybe. The weapons, I can understand. These, once you have really good ones, you don't need to really swap them for other things. These, yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. But, is confirmed, was confirmed in the last hotfix, wreckage capacity is in fact 30. And if you are partway through building one and get a better one, you can also now cancel the repair if it hasn't finished building. You of course can't do this if you use a rush repair drone. It is only if you have put resources in to rebuild it, repair it. Yeah, cancel button. So then you can get the resources back and build the other one instead. So if you're building a Mark 1, unlock Saturn, get a Mark 2 that's better, you can start building that and stop building the Mark 1. That is really, really useful when you first start playing Railjack. They have also gone, in my opinion, the wrong way around this. The Kuva Thralls now have a unique marker to differ them from the Lich. What they should have changed is the Lich's marker should have been this new one, because the Thralls spawn more often. So yes, it means that this new marker is going to spawn more than the Lich one is, but the Lich marker is basically just for the Lich. The Kuva Thralls now have a completely different one. So it's that one you want to be hunting after when you are trying to take out the Thralls to get the correct Requiem to take out the Lich. And lastly, because the link to this whole page will be in the description below, because, yeah, yet again, a ton of fixes for lighting and other things. Changes to the base avionics to have at least one rank for all of these. Affinity gain from all Omni tool repairs and forge actions on board the Railjack are now shared with the squad, meaning that if you are off on a cruise ship, an asteroid base, on board a galleon, you will still gain the experience, or the affinity in this case, because it is Warframe, it's not experience, it's affinity. Got to keep remembering that one. You will still gain that. You do not need to be the person repairing it to get that. It is now shared. Not many people actually knew that it was people who did the repairing that actually... It was one of the quicker ways of leveling up in Railjack. Be the engineer who repairs everything. Makes no difference if you're the engineer or not now. Everybody will get the affinity no matter where you are. Just like the resources, it is now a squad-based thing. And I'm assuming, because it does say if you're on board the cruise ship, you will also benefit, it's going to ignore range. Affinity is usually within a certain range of other players. Sounds like that completely ignores it. But that's about it, so we'll leave this off here for now, so I can go play with the fluff ball here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.